it's leopard, but you can actually basically just see some movement in the long grass. That leopard is panting. Can you see the rosettes? It's so well camouflaged and well hidden. And I'm afraid it's because it's a hot day. I think this leopard is full from feeding on I don't know, I think it was a waterbuck that it caught. So really full belly, very hot, trying to get away from flies and from the heat. So it just got into the long grass and is lying in there somewhere. Oh, there we go. You can actually see it a bit better. There you can see the pattern. Oh, there's the face. It's watching us. Do you see that? There we go. Sure, I am struggling to see it. Oh, maybe it moves for us. Oh, there we go. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. Look at this. Now, this is a great surprise. Decided to come out for us. Isn't that perfect timing? Look at this. This is a big old male leopard. This is awesome. Well, he clearly likes all of you and wanted to show himself. He's going to walk in front of us. Look at this. Oh, that is a wonderful surprise. I'm hoping he decides to lie, out in the open, in the shade perhaps. Now let's see if he decides to climb this tree. Let me move forward slightly. Hold on. Let's see. I don't know if he's going to climb the tree. I don't see why he would. I don't see any remains of the kill in the tree. He's possibly just having a look around. Wendy, you were saying if this is Tingana, he looks like he's in much better shape. He does indeed. Yeah, you see, Wendy, I don't know. To be honest, I didn't see Tingana when they said he was in bad shape. So I'm not sure. But he's fed on quite a bit, and his belly looks full. But you can see his back is quite slender. Not that full, round look of a healthy leopard. So I wonder if he's going to decide to jump up for us. Let's see. And Faith is just curious now. Is the school drive finished? I think they have. I think they just missed the leopard. Oh no, I think I just missed the leopard. It's such a pity. We looked high and low for this male. He was hiding. I mean, it was actually impossible to spot him. Unfortunately for us, watch. He seems to be smelling. Now, I don't know what happened here. There was... Like I said, I don't know what happened here. There were two... Watch. Oh, there we go. Let's see if he climbs up further. Hold on, let's just wait. I'm just going to wait. He's going to go. Here we go. Oh, wonderful. If I was him, I'd also stay up there. Nice cool breeze. Actually, I want to see if there is if there are any remains. Oh, you know what, there's a leg hanging over that branch, and I think that's what he's gone up for. That's why he's gone up there. Barely anything left, just a little bit of remains. So I was going to say what I think possibly happened is I wonder if that young male leopard Tumba that was in this sighting before, or in this area, maybe he got up and took some of the kill and fed on a little bit. And so now this big male Tingana is possibly going to try and finish what's left, chew on a few bones, try and get everything or as much as he can from this kill. Look at that balance. This is such a wonderful sighting. It's so funny. We drove up and down here looking and we couldn't find anything, and all of a sudden, and Jonathan, you say he seems to be such a comfortable climber. Well, he is. He's an experienced leopard. He's been in and out of trees his whole life. So his balance, is impeccable. And the ability to climb is obviously very, very good. At least it's a nice shady spot. There we go. He's got a little bit of those legs that are left. And like I said, I think this leopard is really trying to get as much of the carcass as he possibly can and try and eat everything so nothing goes to waste. He isn't sure when he's going to get another meal. But, I mean, he does look fairly healthy. He's been climbing. He's doing really well. LJK, now I'm not sure. This kill has been here for many days. So I don't know who killed the waterbuck, if it was that young male leopard. So it was possibly him, experienced hunter. But I don't know. I really don't know. So he's trying to get... There's really not much left there. But he'll try his best to get us everything that's left. And luckily for him, there's water close by. I think what will happen is later this afternoon, I'm assuming that he will then move and go and drink. When it's a little bit cooler, it's actually starting to cool down a little bit already. So I'm just allowing you to listen to some of the bird calls around. There's grey go-away birds. Maybe we hear some of the crunching of the bones. It's actually a very peaceful sighting, this, and such a privilege to spend time with an old leopard like this. You can just see him crunching on the legs there. So I know he was up the tree the whole of this morning with Ali. I think she spent a lot of time with him. And then he probably, as it started to heat up, decided to go and lie in the long grass. And is indeed, and we're very, very fortunate. We've got a wonderful view of this leopard feeding up in the tree. And I think we're lucky. I think this might be, well, I'm almost certain that this is the last time this leopard will climb this tree for this kill, because it's just about finished. He's already dropped a few pieces, but there's a little bit left that he's feeding on. Roan, now, I've seen leopards feed on carcasses that are 3-4 days old, rancid carcasses. Okay, let's have a look. Is he going to turn around quickly and try come down? Not sure how much of all those bones, if he's going to feed on any more of it. But Roan, so yeah, some rancid carcasses that I've seen leopards, some older leopards scavenge off of. They find a kill that's been left behind that they then take and try and feed on, or a large carcass that they keep for 3 or 4 days, and then they feed on that. Oh, watch! That's such a beautiful view. Look at him, isn't he magnificent? So Roan, yeah, and a lot of these predators, I don't think we realize how just how strong their digestive system is. Because they are able to feed on meat that is really, really quite old, and it doesn't seem to bother them. Here he comes. I think your timing's perfect. Let's see how he gets down. Amazing. He's still got so much power. Oh, that's beautiful. Sorry. How lovely was that? But you see his power, how he manages to turn slightly as he's coming down. And, and the ability to hold on with those claws. Now that's the difference between lions and leopards. Lions don't have that ability to turn and really hold on and balance and grip as well as leopards do. But you saw how powerful his claws are, and even for an old leopard, he's still in good condition, and his ability to climb definitely hasn't changed. Matt, I'm not sure if Tamba's still nearby. I've been looking around. You know what? There's a good possibility he's lying in the bush somewhere. But I'm not too sure. I haven't seen him yet, but it has been really hot. So perhaps he is hiding somewhere here, just like Tingana was. See, now I think he's managed to find that little piece of leg that dropped. Christine, you asked, is it possible that Tingana has a disease causing muscle loss? No, I don't think so, Christine. I think he's just an old leopard. I think he's just losing condition, that's all. No reason, but he's still looking fairly healthy. So yeah, I think it's too soon to worry. But he's had, I think, a good long life. He's been dominant here for many, many years. So leopards don't have a long lifespan. Male leopards, between 12 and 14 years. That's an average for a lifespan of a male leopard. Females up to about 17 years. That would be a good age for a leopard. Between 15 and 17 for a female. Ilana, aged 14. Hello, Ilana. You asked, are there any subspecies of leopards? Well, not necessarily subspecies, Ilana, but a lot of different species of leopards. Now, in parts of the world, I mean, you have snow leopards. Let's see where you go. Snow leopards. What are the others now? Obviously, these leopards. There is clouded leopard, or cloud leopard. I'm not sure. That's three that I can think of. I think there's the Asiatic leopard or Asian leopard, if I'm not mistaken. Those are different species. So there are quite a few different leopards around the world, all over the world. See, he's looking for the few pieces that he dropped. I think he's just feeding on bits and pieces there. We'll spend some more time with him and see what he does. I think let's go across to Ali, who fortunately managed to find those lions, and it sounds like they're moving now. That's right, Ali. Still sitting with Tingana. Now, the reason I am staying with this leopard is because it is so special to spend time with this male leopard, and he's been moving around a little bit for us. He really has surprised me, actually, because I thought with it being so warm today that he's possibly just going to stay in that long grass. But he climbed the tree, he climbed down, he finished what was left of that kill. There's absolutely nothing left now. He's come and he's lay in a bit of a seep line. I think that's the best way I can. Not a seep line, a little drainage line almost, I suppose you could call it, that leads to the dam behind us. We're right on the edge of Chitwa camp. So, and I think if there were any guests in, I think this is room 11, if I remember correctly. If there were guests in room 11, they would have an amazing view of this leopard. Isn't that that's just wonderful. That's when you know you are really in the bush. The canine, I don't know. I cannot answer that question. And one of our viewers sent through something regarding the leopards and the various leopards around the world, the different species of leopards. James Richard, thank you very much, James. But there's so many Arabian and Indo-Chinese. So 9 various leopard species, but now I wonder if that takes into account like the snow leopard and the cloud leopard and that, and that's what I'm not sure about, James. If you can maybe double check, but I know those are separate species, but do they fall under one of those categories? I'm not sure. But in terms of how many leopards there are around the world, I really don't know. You know, in parts of the world they are considered to be endangered, certain species, and critically endangered because of people hunting and killing them. We still have a very healthy population in Africa. But we still, like all the animals, we have to protect them and we have to look after them. I'm going to spend some more time with this beautiful male leopard, but while I do that, it sounds like Tristan has found a slow-moving friend that he'd like to show you. Well, it is me, Tristan, and, well, not quite a surprise, just a beautiful leopard, which we're still sitting with. Now, I got messages passed on that some of you were saying Tristan must just relate some of the history or the recent ongoings with Tingana and why he has lost condition like this. And he said it's not just old age. So I wonder what it is. Apparently he said, some people are saying he has been in and around the camp recently. And, you know, I wonder if it hasn't been because of that new male leopard, Hokumuri, who's moved into the area. Possibly they had a fight, maybe. I know he's had a lot of kills stolen from him. Male lions putting pressure on him and stealing kills from him. Oh, that actually looks wonderful. Well, I think this leopard deserves a nice little break in the shade. R-beard. I've seen this before with old leopards that get pushed out of their territories. They do become somewhat nomadic again. So they are cautious. They don't want to bump into dominant male leopards. They don't want to get into fights. So exactly that. They kind of move around as undetected as possible. They don't mark territory anymore, but they'll obviously still leave a bit of scent around. There we go. There's a beautiful arrow-marked babbler. That's actually a lovely view of one. Wow. Beautiful light. They were calling quite a lot as this leopard